Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance, episode 124 of Guess the Trades, where subscribers send in loadout pictures, we take a look at those, and then we guess in the comment section below what it is that we think they ultimately do with those tools. Well, back in episode 123, we looked at Jeremy Hunt's loadout of his Veto Pro Pack TP-XD Blackout. Lots of nice tools in that bag, some specific ones in my opinion that should point you in a certain direction. But ultimately, what was it that he does with those tools? He said that he is a master electrician that does commercial work. In an email to me, also said he carries an MP1 and an MB Blackout as well. So once you saw the roto split, multiple levels, all those kinds of things like that, that's what pointed me in that direction, and many of you guessed the same thing. So great guessing, and again, appreciate you, Jeremy, for sending your loadout. Today in episode 124, we're going to look at Fernando Gonzalez. He has a TECH-MCT EVO bag. So now we're starting to get some EVO bags in the Guess the Trade. It's the same bag that I bought this year as well. And then he's got an MP1X pouch that we're going to take a look at as well. So we're going to go ahead and jump into Fernando's tools. We're going to take a look at them and see if we can guess what it is that he does. So it looks like we're starting out on the outside of the bag. Again, TECH-MCT EVO, one of the new EVO bags. Looks like an M12 impact on the left side with the spider drill pin. I like that. Also an MP1X on the right side. So there you go, is an MP1X. I went through all the pouches that I have. Would they clip into the EVO bag that I have as well? I don't have an MP1X, so that kind of shows you that clipped in and the height off the ground and all those kinds of things in case you were curious about how will an MP1X fit on an MCT EVO. You can see that there. Next picture, here is the side with the M12 impact along with the 25-foot Milwaukee tape measure. I always thought that tape measure was personalized to me, that Miss Maintenance bought me, but it looks like he's got one too that says stud on it. He's got the carabiner with some bit holders. Let's see if we can see which ones. Those look like the Amazon style right there. Next picture, we've got the other side of the bag with that pouch. That's the newest thing on the MCT EVO in my opinion. Some tape. He's got some red, some orange that we can see. Looks like he's also got the Klein little mini ratchet with the 5/16 option. And then he also has, looks like possibly the Milwaukee version right there as well. So he's rocking two of those. Next picture is the side with the MP1X. Looks like he's got the Klein 250s as far as suppliers, and also a Milwaukee screwdriver, Klein screwdriver, Milwaukee fastback, pair of Cobras, Inkzall, some more bit holders as well with some bits. Again, we're going to see these tools out. This is just going around the outside of the bag. Here is just the MP1X. As far as the outside view, I think we saw most of that in that last picture. And I think this is all the stuff that's inside that MP1X. So top right or top left, we've got a spade bit. Let's see if we can zoom in and see some sizes. I'll zoom in a little bit. It gets a little blurry, so I'm not going to zoom in a bunch. Looks like a 1-inch. And then he's got some hex keys. It looks like longer hexes from possibly Klein, or I think he's just got orange tape wrapped around those. So I'm not sure what the brand is on those. And then he's also got a masonry bit for Tapcons. Also the 250, he's got the diagonal cutters and the lineman pliers as well. Milwaukee fastback there on the right. Moving on down, we've got a Fluke non-contact voltage tester, a couple different bit holders, some extensions as well. Let's see, let me go ahead and zoom all the way out so I know that the bottom stuff's in the picture. So over there on the left, we've got a Racketeer's bit, I think, with a Milwaukee magnet on it. We've also got a Milwaukee bit holder, a couple other bits as well. Milwaukee Inkzall tracer pencil, pair of Cobras, a pair of Ideal strippers. What is the name of these? Let me see if I can zoom in and see it, because somebody was telling me a long time ago. Let's see it. I can't remember what it is. It's something T or something like that on the stripper. I remember a long time ago, whenever I first started the channel, I think it's the Ideal T stripper or something like that, and that might be what this is. Somebody was telling me they absolutely love those. They were harder to find now or something like that, but that was their favorite stripper. I don't think I ever picked up one to try it out, because the little thin strippers just usually aren't my jam. I like more of the, forged wire stripper, that kind of a stripper like that. But if you run that one and you feel the same way, let us know that in the comments below. But he's also got Milwaukee on the screwdriver, an insulated driver that he's got worn back a little bit, it looks like. And then the Klein 250, I think that's the square. It is. And then looks like he's got a small little file there as well. Next picture, I think this is that front pouch. Looks like he's got some step bits, some other stuff down there. We're going to see it in the next picture, but that's where he's storing it in that bag, in case you were wondering. So carbide hole cutter, step bits. He's also got the one that's a conduit reamer, and then it also holds a bit. I think that's Milwaukee as well. Those all look like Milwaukee on the step bits and the conduit reamer. That looks like possibly a Klein on the carbide hole saw, and then the other ones I'm not real sure. Let's see if we can see. Those are Milwaukee right there. So I think the one that's all the black hole saws are all Milwaukee, and then the carbide hole cutters are, I think, Klein tools, but I could be totally wrong on that. They look like my Klein ones that I've got. Couple extra outside panel cover screws down there on the bottom right. Those are always good to have because people leave them out all the time. Some hex keys there as well. Next picture, so again, it's the M12. I think it's just the standard impact, pretty sure. And then again, he's got the spider drill pin on that side, so he must have the belt hooked on the other side where he's got it hooked onto the actual bag. Here is that back side of the bag open. Lots of tools in there. I mean, lots and lots of bits. So we're going to see all these. Again, this is just kind of the loadout picture to help you envision maybe what a TECH-MCT looks like. And again, this isn't specific to just the Evo bag. Pretty much every, well, starting at the blackout, the original TECH-MCT doesn't have the pockets on the flap like what you're seeing here in that picture. But other than that, the panels that come with it, now you can get some different ones. Obviously, they're V-swap, but the panels that come with it are the same in my TECH-MCT, my TECH-MCT blackout, and then also the MCT EVO. So this would be the same in any of those. So next picture, this is a little bit closer view as far as looking down in there, seeing Knipex, Klein, Milwaukee, several different bits, some punches it looks like as well. Another view looking down to where you can kind of see more of the whole entire thing. Here is, let's see, where maybe this is probably the stuff down inside of that plastic pouch. So he's got some wire markers, a couple different packs of those. Actually, he's got one that's letters and one that's numbers, some ideal markers as well. Lighter and 4 AAA batteries. Here are some 832 and 632 taps. Make sure I don't say the fractions and cause people to lose their minds. So we've got those there. And then here are the tools that are in that side of the bag. So this is all on that one side. We'll see the other side whenever we see it loaded in. I think he does go, let me check. He does go quadrant. So this is everything that's in that side of the bag, but we're going to go on to the next picture. That way I can kind of just stay here and don't have to zoom in as much. Sometimes that gets a little bit to where it cuts stuff out. So we got a reaming pin. We've got some Racketeers bits over there on the far left. We've got Milwaukee long bit. We've also got a 3/8 5/16 Malco and then a double bit there too. I'm not sure about the double bit, what brand that one is. We've got also another masonry bit, drill bit. We've got the flip socket from Klein. Looks like that's the 9/16 version. We've got a center punch. We've got a slotted screwdriver. We've got the pocket screwdriver that pulls in and out. The 8-in-1 stubby, I think that's an 8-in-1 if I remember right, and then a regular stubby file, small Cobra up there in the top right. We've also got big cable cutters. We've got Knipex cobalt cutters. We've got a pair of Klein tool strippers. I'm going to zoom in here and see if I can see. Those look like they do pretty big gauge wire, but I'm not sure what I've not used whatever that model number is, and I can't read it. So also a couple different bit holders there. Wire bending tool for the bigger wires. Next picture, starting from that point going over, up at the top we got a Milwaukee, looks like an ECX insulated screwdriver. We've got a pair of snips from Milwaukee. We've got the forged wire strippers from Knipex. We've got an 11-in-1 ratcheting from Klein there. It's got orange tape around it. A couple different levels. And then going back down, we've got 2 pairs of Cobras. We've got a big pair of the ES and a big pair of the standard Cobras. And then we've got several Klein and Milwaukee just dedicated screwdrivers and a pair of Knipex needle nose right there as well. So that's everything on that side. Now we flip it over to that meter. I think they call this the meter panel side. You can see he's got a meter in there, a fluke it looks like. And then we've got also some other bigger tools and then more bits. So he uses tons of bits. He's got an extra battery in there, jab saw it looks like as well. So here we've got a Klein T-handle. So that's probably where those hex bits, the longer hex bits that were in one of the first pictures, that's probably what those came out of. So he's got that there. Also a couple tubing cutters, GFCI plug tester, and some Knipex Cobra jaw protectors there as well. Here is another set of tap bits, drill and tap bits. That's pretty much all I use anymore is drill and tap bits. I don't really get into actually drilling a hole, tapping a hole. I use those. You break them off every now and then, but for the most part, they work really, really well. So that's pretty much all I use. But he's put his in a regular bit rail to kind of keep them together. And then here is all the tools that are in that side. He's going to do the same thing with quadrants. So again, this is basically the whole entire other side of his bag right there. So we've got, again, more of the locking style bit holders from Milwaukee. Also several different spade bits there on that side. So he's got several different sizes there. The metric flip socket down there at the bottom left, the Klein tools, that's the knife that turns into a scraper as well. There's that hollow nut driver, magnetic nut driver set from Klein. I use those all the time. I absolutely love them. Some people have said that they've had problems with their magnets breaking. That hasn't been the case for me, but I mostly use mine as a screwdriver, nut driver set. So I don't put mine in my impact very often. Occasionally I do, but it's not very often. So maybe that's why I haven't had problems. But he's got those there along with a Weehaw as well. And maybe that one's got like just magnets, and he's using that in the cases where he needs a little bit more magnetism or a little bit stouter deal going on there. He's got the foldable Milwaukee hex keys. And then again, another Milwaukee insulated driver, M12 battery. Going on over to this side, we've got another pair of Knipex Cobras. We've also got a Klein ratcheting screwdriver. That's the handle that comes with those hollow nut drivers. And he's got, looks like maybe a Racketeer's bit or something put in there. He's got the Fluke T6 1000 Pro. Probably been one of my favorite meters I've ever bought my whole career. I love the field sense. Saves me from taking off wire nuts and stuff like that, but it's just a nice meter altogether. I do wish it did have capacitance for my sake. A lot of electricians may not ever need that, but I use it sometimes whenever I'm going to check on somebody's HVAC equipment, their condenser and stuff like that. But other than that, great meter for electrical in my opinion. Phase marker, he's got a couple different ones of those. It looks like some 3-in-1 oil, pry bar, multiple Sawzall blades up there that fit in that jab saw as well, and then a Klein. I want to say that is the tapping tool, or is that just no, that's just an awl, so it's just an awl there. And then up here at the top, we've got a DeWalt right angle adapter, some SDS bits that are SDS plus bits that are chisels, other masonry bits, and then a little hex key right there as well. I think that is the last picture that it is. There's his name. So again, this is the stuff that is on the meter side panel of his MCT. Right there is the overall picture. This is probably the stuff that was in that little pouch on the front pouch. Whenever you open it up right there, you can kind of see that there. And then all this stuff here, when we get to this picture, is the stuff that's on the tool panel side of his TECH-MCT EVO. This is the stuff that's in the pouch on that side. And then here is the bag as far as loaded out with all the tools in it. There is his M12. There's the stuff that's in his front pocket. This is the stuff in his MP1X. Lots of stuff in that little pouch right there. And then here's that stuff kind of loaded around the bag right there. And then here's that very first picture where we started. But a nice look at that MCT EVO from Fernando. A nice look at seeing them 250s getting put to use. I know a lot of people are buying those and putting them up, but he's just said, no, I'm putting them straight in my MP1X. I'm putting them things to use. So lots of great tools to look at. I think this one's a pretty easy guess as well. A lot of the stuff that you see in there, very similar to really the last loadout that we looked at as well. I don't think it's a hard guess to kind of get an idea what it is that Fernando does. Maybe guess an area, because his email, he told me what it is that he does. He also told me where it is that he does it. So where is it that you think he does this work, and what is it that he does? Those are the things that you're guessing. But ultimately, I hope you found this video helpful in some way. As always, you guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'll see you on the next video.